Arjuna. This for my soul's peace have I heard from thee, the unfolding of the mystery supreme, named Aryatman, comprehending which my darkness is dispelled. For now I know, O lotus-eyed, whence is the birth of men, and whence their death, and what the majesties of thine immortal rule. Fain would I see, as thou thyself declarest it, Sovereign Lord, the likeness of that glory of thy form wholly revealed, O thou divinest one. If this can be, if I may bear the sight, make thyself visible, Lord of all prayers, show me thy very self, the eternal God. Krishna. Gaze then, thou son of Pritha, I manifest for thee those 100,000 shapes that clothe my mystery. I show thee all my semblances, infinite, rich, divine, my changeful hues, my countless forms. See in this face of mine. Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Aswins, and Maruts, see wonders unnumbered, Indian prince, revealed to none save thee. Behold, this is the universe. Look! What is live and dead I gather all in one, in me. Gaze as thy lips have said on God, eternal, very God. See me, what thou prayest. Thou canst not, nor with human eyes, Arjuna, ever mayest. Therefore I give thee sense divine. Have other eyes, new light, and look, this is my glory, unveiled to mortal sight. Sanjaya. Then, O king, to God so saying stood, to Pritha's son displaying all the splendor, wonder, dread of his vast almighty head. Out of countless eyes beholding, out of countless mouths commanding, countless mystic forms enfolding. In one form supremely standing, countless radiant glories wearing, countless heavenly weapons bearing, crowned with garlands of star clusters, robed in garb of woven lustres, breathing from his perfect presence breaths of every subtle essence, of all heavenly odors shedding, blinding brilliance o'erspreading, boundless, beautiful all spaces, with his all-regarding faces. So he showed, if there should rise suddenly within the skies sunburst of 1,000 suns, flooding earth with beams undeemed of, then might be that Holy One's majesty and radiance dreamed of. So did Pandu's son behold all this universe enfold, all its huge diversity into one vast shape, and be visible and viewed and blended in one body, subtle, splendid, nameless, the all-comprehending God of gods, the never-ending deity. But sore amazed, thrilled, o'erfilled, dazzled and dazed, Arjuna knelt and bowed his head and clasped his palms, and cried and said, Yea, I see, Lord, all is wrapped in thee, the gods are in thy glorious frame, the creatures of earth and heaven and hell in thy divine form dwell, and in thy countenance shine all the features of Brahma, sitting lone upon his lotus throne of saints and sages and the serpent races, Ananta, Vasuki, yea, mightiest Lord, I see thy thousand arms and breasts and faces, and eyes on every side, perfect, diversified, and nowhere end of thee, nowhere beginning, nowhere a center shifts, wherever soul's gaze lifts, thy central self, all wielding and all winning. Infinite King, I see the anadem on thee, the club, the shell, the discus, see thee burning in beams insufferable, lighting earth, heaven, and hell with brilliance, blazing, glowing, flashing, turning darkness to dazzling day. Look, I, whichever way, our Lord, I worship thee, the undivided, the uttermost of thought, the treasure palace wrought, to hold the wealth of the worlds, the shield provided, to shelter virtue's laws, the fount whence life's stream draws, all water of all rivers of all being, the one unborn, unending, unchanging, and unblending with might and majesty, past thought, past seeing. Silver of moon and gold of sun are glories rolled from thy great eyes, thy visage beaming tender throughout the stars and skies, doth to warm life surprise. Thy universe, the worlds are filled with wonder of thy perfections. Space, star-sprinkled and void place from pole to pole of the blue. From bound to bound hath thee in every spot thee, where thou art not, O holy marvelous form, is nowhere found. O mystic awful one, at sight of thee made known, the three worlds quake. The lower gods draw nigh thee, they fold their palms and bow, body and breast and brow, in whispering worship, loud and magnify thee. Rishis and siddhas cry, Hail, highest majesty! From sage and singer breaks the hymn of glory in dulcet harmony, sounding the praise of thee, while countless companies take up the story. Rudras who ride the storms, the Adityas, shining forms, Vasus and Sadyas, Viswas, Ushmapas, Maruts, and those great twins. The heavenly fair Aswins, Gandharvas, Rakshasas, Sijas, and Asuras. These see thee and revere in sudden stricken fear, yea, the world seeing thee with forms stupendous, with faces manifold, with eyes which all behold, unnumbered eyes, vast arms, members tremendous, flanks lit with sun and star, feet planted near and far, tushes of terror, mouths wrathful and tender, the three wide worlds before thee adore as I adore thee, quake as I quake to witness so much splendor. I mark thee strike the skies with front in wondrous wise, huge rainbow painted glittering, and thy mouth opened, and orbs which see all things, whatever be, in all thy worlds, east, west, and north and south. O eyes of God, O head, my strength of soul is fled, gone is heart's force, rebuked is mind's desire, when I behold thee so, with awful brows aglow, with burning glance, and lips lighted by fire. Fierce as those flames which shall consume at close of all, earth, heaven. Ah me, I see no earth and heaven. Thee, Lord of lords, I see, thee only thee. Now let thy mercy unto me be given. Thou refuge of the world, low to the cavern hurled, of thy wide open throat and lips white tushed, I see our noblest ones. Great Dhritarashtra's sons, Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, caught and crushed. The kings and chiefs drawn in that gaping gorge within. The best of both these armies, torn and riven, between thy jaws they lie, mangled full bloodily, ground into dust and death, like streams down driven, with helpless haste which go in headlong furious flow, straight to the gulfing deeps of the unfulfilled ocean. Straight to the gulfing deeps of the unfilled ocean, so to that flaming cave those heroes great and brave pour in unending streams with helpless motion. Like moths which in the night flutter towards a light, drawn to their fiery doom, flying and dying, so to their death still throng, blind, dazzled, borne along ceaselessly all those multitudes wild flying. Thou that hast fashioned men devourest them again, one with another, great and small alike. The creatures whom thou makest with flaming jaws thou takest, lapping them up, Lord God. Thy terrors strike from end to end of earth, filling life full from birth to death with deadly burning lurid dread. Ah, Vishnu, make me know, what is thy visage so? Who art thou, feasting thus upon thy dead? Who, awful deity, I bow myself to thee. Namostu te, Devavara, proceed, O mightiest Lord. Rehearse, why hast thou face so fierce, whence doth this aspect horrible proceed? Krishna, Thou seest me as time who kills, time who brings all to doom, the slayer time, ancient of days, come hither to consume. Excepting thee, of all these hosts of hostile chiefs arrayed, there stands not one shall leave alive the battlefield. Dismayed no longer be, arise, obtain renown, destroy thy foes, fight for the kingdom waiting thee, when thou hast vanquished those, by me they fall, not thee. The stroke of death is dealt them now, even as they show thus gallantly. My instrument art thou, strike, strong-armed prince, at Drona, at Bhishma, strike, deal death on Karna, Jayadratha, stay all their warlike breath. 'Tis I who bid them perish, thou wilt but slay the slain. Fight, they must fall, and thou must live, victor, upon this plain. Sanjaya. Hearing mighty Keshav's word, trembling that helmed lord clasped his lifted palms, and praying grace of Krishna, stood there saying, with bowed brow and accents broken, these words timorously spoken. Arjuna. Worthily, Lord of might, the whole world hath delight in thy surpassing power, obeying thee. The Rakshasas in dread at sight of thee are sped to all four quarters, and the company of Sijas sound thy name. How should they not proclaim thy majesties, divinest, mightiest? Thou Brahm, thou Brahma greater, thou infinite creator, thou God of gods, life's dwelling place and rest. Thou of all souls, the soul, the comprehending whole, of being formed and formless being the framer. O at most one, O Lord, older than eld. Who stored the worlds with wealth of life, O treasure claimer? Who wottest all and art wisdom thyself, O part in all and all? For all from thee have risen numberless, now I see. The aspects are of thee, Vayu thou art, and he who keeps the prison of Narak, Yama dark, and Agni's shining spark. Varuna's waves are thy waves, moon and starlight are thine, Prajapati art thou, and 'tis to thee they knelt in worshipping the old world's far light. The first of mortal men, again, thou God, again, 1,000,000 times be magnified. Honor and worship be, glory and praise to thee, Namo, Namast, cried on every side. Cried here, above, below, uttered when thou dost go, uttered where thou dost come. Namo we call, Namastu, God adored, Namastu, nameless Lord. Hail to thee, praise to thee, thou one in all, for thou art all, yea, thou, if in anger now thou shouldst remember I did think thee friend, speaking with easy speech as men used each to each, did call thee Krishna, prince, nor comprehend thy hidden majesty, the might, the awe of thee, did in my heedlessness or in my love, on journey or in jest, or when we lay at rest, sitting at council, straying in the grove, alone or in the throng, do thee most holy wrong. Alone or in the throng, do thee most holy wrong. Be thy grace granted for that witless sin, for thou art, now I know, Father of all below, of all above, of all the worlds within. Guru of gurus, more to reverence and adore than all which is adorable and high. How in the wide worlds three should any equal be, should any other share thy majesty? Therefore with body bent and reverent intent I praise and serve and seek thee, asking grace, as father to a son, as friend to friend, as one who loveth to his lover turn thy face. In gentleness on me, good is it I did see this unknown marvel of thy form. But fear mingles with joy. Retake, dear Lord, for pity's sake, thine earthly shape, which earthly eyes may bear. Be merciful and show the visage that I know. Let me regard thee, as of yore, arrayed with disk and forehead gem, with mace and anadem, thou that sustainest all things undismayed. Let me once more behold the form I loved of old, thou of the 1,000 arms and countless eyes. This frightened heart is fain to see restored again my charioteer in Krishna's kind disguise. Krishna. Yea, thou hast seen, Arjuna, because I loved thee well, the secret countenance of me, revealed by mystic spell, shining and wonderful and majestic manifold, which none save thou in all the years had favour to behold. For not by Vedas cometh this, nor sacrifice, nor alms, nor works well done, nor penance long, nor prayers, nor chanted psalms, that mortal eyes should bear to view the immortal soul unclad. Prince of the Kurus, this was kept for thee alone, be glad. Let no more trouble shake thy heart, because thine eyes have seen my terror with my glory. As I before have been, so will I be again for thee. With lightened heart behold, once more I am thy Krishna, the form thou knewest of old. Sanjaya. These words to Arjuna spake Vasudev, and straight did take back again the semblance dear of the well-loved charioteer. Peace and joy it did restore when the prince beheld once more mighty Brahma's form and face, clothed in Krishna's gentle grace. Arjuna, now that I see come back Janardana, this friendly human frame, my mind can think calm thoughts once more, my heart beats still again. Krishna. Yea, it was wonderful and terrible to view me as thou didst, dear prince, the gods dread and desire continually to view, yet not by Vedas, nor from sacrifice, nor penance, nor gift-giving, nor with prayer shall any so behold as thou hast seen. Only by fullest service, perfect faith, and uttermost surrender am I known, and seen, and entered into, Indian prince. Who doeth all for me, who findeth me in all, who doeth all for me, who findeth me in all, adoreth always, loveth all, which I have made and me for love's sole end, that man, Arjuna, unto me doth wend. Here endeth chapter 11 of the Bhagavad Gita, entitled Viswarupara Rasanam, or the Book of the Manifesting of the One and Manifold.